another episode of Three Crones and the Woo Woo. Hi, I am one of your three hosts. My name is Gayle Nicholson. I am an intuitive healer, as well as I'm starting to read tarot again. Yay! Been a lot of fun. And to our side here today, we have advanced Krista. For those of you who don't know, this is Sue Paquin. This is Krista's mom, and also our sponsor here at Three Crones and the Woo Woo. She's with Sue and Class Act Imports. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sue. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. And Damaris Samolinski, intuitive healer, medical astrologer. How's your week been, Damaris?
It's been good. Very hot in New York. Busy, crazy busy. So it's been good. I can't complain.
Awesome. And for those of you who are curious about what's going on here, Krista is with us in the room, and she's in Belgium right now, near Flanders Fields, and she was unable to actually get into StreamYard with us through her phone from that location. So she is with us nonetheless in the comments section. And so graciously, Sue has joined us today in her stead. So this is going to be phenomenal. You're going to love this. All righty. So let's begin, ladies, with our normal round robin, if you will. Sue, let us know a little bit how the weather's going, where you're at, and what you've been up to this past week.
It's been very hot. There's no way to sugarcoat that. It's just hot. And I really don't like it. But other than that, I'm very grateful because I have air conditioning so I can work at home. And I've been working on trying to get further out of my comfort zone and do more with my business. When I initially started my jewelry business, it was live and in person. I traveled around with my little, what I call traveling boutique. But then COVID happened. I couldn't do that anymore. And so I sat on all this jewelry thinking there has to be something I can do. Mm-hmm. And thanks to Three Crones and the Woo Woo and a few other people that walked into my lives when I really needed them, I've been able to be a presence on Facebook. And now I want to build a way to reach people myself with an email database or something.
Nice.
So yeah.
I love it.
Any minute I'll get that technology nailed down. I'm sure of it.
I absolutely know that's going to happen for you because Krista's been working on the Three Crones and the Woo Woo mailing list over at MailChimp. So in case she hasn't told you, she knows what she's doing there. Yeah, you've got resources. Yeah. Want to say hi to Kevin Ducharme, who is also watching with us with Krista. And
Krista.
And Tracy has joined us as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm really, really happy that you're here. So, Damaris, how is New York? Well, let's see. Sue's in Massachusetts, and I know it's really, really hot there. Same.
It's like you can't walk outside, you start sweating.
Right.
And it's like you can't do really anything outside. It's just uncomfortable. And I get cranky, quite frankly. With that kind of weather, I'm like, I'm going inside, We've been doing stuff indoors. Our laundry room, we redid the laundry room. We painted it. We got new cabinets. So we've been doing that inside, making it nice and, elegant, I should say. So that's what we've been doing.
Well, phenomenal. Awesome.
What about you?
How about me? It's been very hot here. Surprisingly, not as hot as Oregon. It's really weird. I mean, we're in the desert. Oregon is, supposed to be all tall trees and mossy forests, and it's so freaking hot up there that I feel bad for them because and as well as you two, with all that heat across the top of the U.S. in areas that are normally very humid. I don't know how you people are breathing anymore.
It's
I
hard.
really don't.
It's a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Well, I want to key in here for a second. Tracy said that's a fabulous necklace Sue has on.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I love
It
the multi layers of amber like
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, me too.
That's amber?
Yeah.
That is amber. Yep, Baltic amber.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That was my little treasure from right before COVID.
Wow.
Awesome.
I went shopping and I just had to have it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of shopping, this week's crystal is Moonstone. And did you stay, or did you get new Moonstone in your most recent shopping trip?
I got a beautiful, which sadly I don't have one with me. I call it a Moonstone chain simply because that's how I would utilize it. I would put like a Moonstone pendant on this Moonstone. It's lovely. It's 3 millimeter beads. They're all faceted, so it's really sparkly. Don't tell Krista. I'll get an emergency phone call.
Right?
An emergency phone call.
Sparkly, I have to have it.
Yeah. Don't get rid of that. It's mine.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see, how do we want to do this? Because normally Krista gives us all of the information about Moonstone, right?
Right.
And all of that kind of stuff. And I know that you deal with the stones, not necessarily the metaphysical or energetic stuff behind the stones.
Yes.
So let's see, how do we want to do this? I think I'm going to look at this book here.
That's a
Krista
great
loves
idea.
to pull from information from books and such. And before we begin, I want to see, I know that Moonstone covers like femininity, right? And feminine energy and all of that kind of stuff. And the reason I know that is because when my daughter, who put off having a baby for a lot of years until, her Marine husband was no longer going to be deployed, so he could be there through the thing and all that, right? She's like, Mom, I need some Moonstone. And I'm like, all right, here, Moonstone, here, right? And I'm like, why do you need Moonstone? And she's like, because I'm trying to get pregnant. And she wore that Moonstone. She got pregnant that quick and wore that Moonstone through her entire pregnancy.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Have you guys ever used, Moonstone for any particular purpose yourself?
I've used it to get in touch with my my feminine side and to empower myself with that. And there's different styles of Moonstone, right? I like the rainbow Moonstone. I love it.
The rainbow.
There's different ones, but the rainbow one speaks to me. So beautiful.
Awesome. I'm actually going to throw a picture of that up. See? There's the rainbow Moonstone that Sue has. Isn't it gorgeous?
Wow.
And then here's these earrings are just absolutely
amazing. Gorgeous.
Yes.
No.
Moonstone, I'm always used to the white, right? Yeah, the white Moonstone.
And that necklace that model is wearing is the Moonstone beads that we were discussing earlier.
Oh, fabulous. So we do kind of have a picture of it.
We do. And I'm so glad because it's hard to describe it. And I don't have one in my hands, but I just think that anybody that likes to wear stones would enjoy these beautiful little beaded necklaces that I was able to find.
I love it. I agree.
Yeah, thank you. And you can hang, they're pretty small, so you can hang anything with a decent sized bail on it.
Excellent. Now, is Moonstone hard enough that when this, here, let me get back to this picture. When this attachment thing that's made of metal crosses across of it, is it going to wear it down at all?
I honestly don't know the answer to that, but I doubt it because I don't think they would make them.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tracy's been wearing one for a few weeks now with something hanging on it. She keeps changing out her pendants, but maybe she'll chime in and let us know how it's going and if it seems to have any wear showing up on it.
Okay. Tracy, you heard her. Make a comment for me, hon.
Sadly, she works, so she may not be there, but.
Oh, no, she poked her head in earlier. She poked her head in. We'll put it that way. Okay.
We'll get you an answer and post it later if necessary in the comments below.
Excellent. Hey,
Krista's on the comments, right? She can chime in.
Yeah, Moonstone is a 7 Mohs. So it is essentially, in fact, she just said that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's a 7 on the Mohs. So, and a diamond is 10. So it's significantly hard enough to put up with silver and gold, which are soft metals. So that would be great. When dealing with pearls are not 7 on the Mohs scale. So you really have to watch out what you have them rubbing up against. Even those little quadrilles, the rhinestone things that go in between can be damaging to a pearl, but apparently not Moonstone. So that's awesome.
Right. Oh, that's
all right. I'm going to read a little bit of what Miss Melody says about Moonstone.
Good.
What's the name of that book? I want to get it.
It is called Love is in the Earth, a Kaleidoscope of Crystals. And the woman who wrote it, her name is Melody.
Okay.
I just, like share, one word. That's it. Okay. So Moonstone, the energy of Moonstone is balancing, introspective, reflective, and lunar. So lunar is always feminine.
Yes.
The softer, reflective side of life. It's capable of helping one with the changing structures of one's life on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. The energy radiates to new beginnings. Hey, pregnancy! Allowing one to realize that these new beginnings are, in actuality, the fruition of each end. The end of childhoodless living. Okay. All right. So, it is a stone for feeling and understanding via intuition and emotional thoughts rather than intellectual reasoning. It brings flashes of insight, banishing the possibility of neglecting one's profit from that which is experienced. It stimulates intuitive recognition and helps one apply the intuitive knowledge in a practical sense. It also
She froze.
Further one's development. So that's a pretty awesome.
You froze a little bit, Gayle.
I did. What?
You froze, so we didn't hear like the last part.
Okay, so the last part is it stimulates intuitive recognition and helps one apply the intuitive knowledge in a practical sense. It also enhances perception and discernment, enabling one to make decisions which painlessly further one's development.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, yeah, very, very intuitive stone, very feminine stone.
Yeah.
One of the things that's kind of occurring to me in my head right now is you'll understand this, Sue. The mom look. The mom look. When I know you're fibbing. And I can choose whether to let you ride with that fib or address it. But that mom look of, yeah, I know what's really going on here. Huh? You want to confess? Come
on. You're too funny, Gayle.
Sue, would you like to throw that green moonstone up that we talked about earlier?
Yes, I will.
Oh awesome. My gosh.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my gosh.
Lovely color.
Amazing.
That is one
with a green moonstone.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I didn't know that there was a green moonstone.
Me either. In fact, it wasn't, and I don't know. Let's try this one. This is the lilac moonstone. Can you see it? It's fabulous.
It is gorgeous.
It's a little bit camera shy, I think.
It's gorgeous.
But
which one?
I'm holding it in my hands and it's much more lavender.
Okay, so let me ask Krista here. Is Kevin buying the green one or the lavender one? Oh, the green one. Okay, got it.
Oh my goodness.
See, we need to just have you on once a month and do an auction. So it's something like that.
I would love that. But then y'all wouldn't get to give your reports, and people would be disappointed.
There you go. There you go. Tracy says that she has green Moonstone earrings on now.
Wow.
She does.
Very cool.
I didn't even know it existed in green.
Me and
yes,
both of us, Damaris. I had no idea. I thought Moonstone was always white. You might get a little bit of flash, you know, like Krista mentioned, that's really good for making connections. But I'd never known that there was other colors like lilac.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. And I've seen peach.
Yeah. And Krista's saying that she's going to need earrings to match that green Moonstone suit.
It's going to be
She's going to send you on a hunt.
Kevin Ducharme
good.
says,
It's time for a treasure hunt. So
Awesome. All righty. Well, does anybody have any questions around the Moonstone or any other things that, you know, like what other styles? Do you have anything in a bracelet, Sue?
I have that one bracelet that you put the picture up a couple of minutes ago. It's just basically a number of the Moonstone. Sometimes I can get it in the other colors. That's the rainbow. Obviously, the picture is a little bit flat, so you can't see how pretty the fire is in those stones.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your report.
Gorgeous stuff.
It is. It's really is.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's what I'm going for is gorgeous. Yeah.
That's very cool. All right. So, Damaris.
Yes.
Are we ready, my dear?
Yes.
Awesome.
So hello everybody. Okay, so I was talking behind the scenes with Gayle and Sue about Mercury going direct. Oh my God, I am so happy it went direct. It really knocked me down this time, and I never experienced the retrograde and Mercury retrograde that tough ever before. So it's forcing us to revisit our lives, to sort of like reorganize, reconstruct. So that's really what it was forcing me to do. And, you know, a lot of people don't really see the positive side of Mercury retrograde, but that is what it is. It's so that we can like revisit our lives, where we've been, where we are, where we're going. What do we change about it? What do we, weed out? What do we incorporate? How do we make our life new? And that's the process that I went through in this Mercury retrograde. But it was tough. It was tough facing certain things that I thought that I had balanced already, and I actually didn't. So it was coming back into my, into my forefront to look at it and to sort of like, again, reconstruct. So I'm glad it's over. I don't know how it was for everybody else. I hope that, that you guys, I know that Gayle had a rough timing on that one.
Yeah, happy to actually. Yeah, so Mercury retrograde again. I know better. Okay, I know better. But yeah, I picked up the phone and connected with somebody from the past, right? And by probably about 10 days before Father's Day, right? Which Mercury didn't end its retrograde for like another week after that, right?
Yeah.
But about 10 days before Father's Day, this person was just like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk anymore. And I was like, okay. And not to say that I didn't learn a whole bunch of stuff about all the stuff that came up and reflecting and all that. But maybe about a week or so after Father's Day, this person reinitiates communication, whining because I haven't reached out to him, kind of thing. And it's like, but you said we shouldn't talk to each other anymore. And I honored that. And now I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Right. And it was a very, for me, emotionally painful thing. Because it's like, why you gotta reach out just to slap me? Right? Why you gotta hurt me like this? Everything was sad but fine, right? And then I went to bed that night with a handful of crystals to like process and heal this while I slept. And I woke up with lower back pain that would not let me stand up or walk.
Wow.
And that's why I posted that, that last smack from Mercury retrograde was so painful for me. And it wasn't until today that I've actually like straightened up and the back pain is melting away and stuff like that. But it was the whole thing was very interesting in that I could see, like, even where we all know lower back pain means there's a perception of a lack of support.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Okay. The interesting thing was it was a re-aggravation of an old injury that had happened at the hand of his daughter.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So it's so funny because things from the past coming back into the forefront, right?
Yeah.
I said that, right? And that's exactly what that is. So that you can embrace it and revisit it and sort of like heal it and get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Love it at the roots.
The other two things that I realized and got out of this whole reflection type of thing that I had never considered, never thought of before was that this person was my dad energy, right? Not in the bad ways, in all of the good daddy's little girl ways, right? Like even, disappearing for periods of time and, coming back and inserting himself into my life again kind of stuff. And the other thing was I thought that I had no, there were no songs in my pantheon, my lifetime playlist that were about this person. You know how you've got certain songs that always make you think of a certain person, right?
Absolutely.
And I was considering that we didn't have a song. And then I start playing my playlist and I'm like the first 4 songs, I'm in tears. It's all about him. Oh my gosh. And it's been like in the background, unidentified for 30 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, this Mercury retrograde, it was like, forgive me if you're not a geek, but it was like Hulk taking Loki and just wham,
no mercy.
wham,
No
wham.
mercy.
Totally for me.
I never experienced one like this one before, ever. It was just the worst.
Yeah.
The worst.
Sue, how about you? Did it mess around with you?
I never feel like I'm as tuned in as you all are, but I will say that I have been having trouble getting out of my own way. So that sounds like, Mercury.
Yeah, well, Mercury is the planet of thought. So your mind is going more than usual.
Very distracted.
Yeah.
Yes, very distracted.
Yes. Yeah, lack of focus. Yeah.
Oh, that was me for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lack of focus.
Tough. But I also want to talk about Jupiter going retrograde in Aquarius. And so Saturn is there as well in retrograde. So Saturn restricts and Jupiter expands. So it's like there's this, there's this push and pull kind of thing going on in the sign of Aquarius. It's going to affect all Aquarians a lot more than everybody else, but it also affects all of us because Aquarius is somewhere in our chart. So it's going to affect us in an area of our lives. So for example, for me, I have an Aquarian moon. So emotionally, I want to like expand, right? Expand my emotions, grow my heart. But then there's this restriction going on. Should I open my heart to certain people, or not? So there's this, push and pull going on. It's really tough too, the energy. It's going to be there in retrograde, I think till October 20th. Okay. So it's yikes. Emotionally, I'm going, up and down because it's in my moon sign. My moon sign is Aquarius. So, but it is affecting everybody else, right? So, we really just have to sort of like sit down and reflect. Where do we want to expand? Where do we want to like pull back so we don't have this push and pull going on all together? Another aspect that's going on is Venus is going into Cancer, and so Mars is there too. So now we have Venus and Mars, which do not really get along. They're like opposites. Venus is all about love. Mars is all about war. Then this push and pull going on there too. So there's a push and pull.
Yeah, I'm getting this energy of just tug of war in the heavens right now.
That's the word, tug of war.
Yeah, and where, who's going to win and where is it all going to land?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I know love wins, right? So when you think of love and war, love always wins, right? But what are the casualties, right? What are the casualties?
Yeah.
And you got to think about that in relationships too, right? And so again, this tug of war. But Saturn is demanding that these two, because Saturn is like a squaring sort of that Cancer. So Saturn is demanding that the Venus and the Mars get along and that have a positive outcome. So they're sort of together, and they're, who's going to win, I believe, will be Venus. But, so then that means that Mars has to become submissive at some point in the war that's going on. So
what are the chances of that?
Well, when you look at the planet and what's going on planetarily, right? When you look at the pandemic, everything that's going on, right? It's there is some heavy duty energy going on, right? And ultimately love wins. It has to. We went from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age, and it's the Great Awakening, and all of that is in play here, right? All of that. Yeah. So it's happening, personally and collectively and planetarily, so there's going to be a lot of casualties. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. But definitely there's a lot of, tug of war going on. Definitely. Yeah. And all of these, planetary alignments are supposed to shift us, letting go of what no longer serves us and stepping into a place of unity, a place of oneness, a place of love again. In numerology is so funny. I just want to add that the Venus is number 6, Mars is number 9, right? When you add 9 and 6 is 15. And when you add 1 plus 5 of the 15, it equals 6. So Venus wins.
Nice. I like that. That's awesome. I love that.
Yes. So you end up the 15, and ultimately it's going to be the 6, Venus. So it's going to win. On that note, the numerology number today is number 4. 4 is
that is reduced from 22.
Yeah.
So will you do both of them, please?
The 22 is the master number, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So the master number, wow, so much is expected of a master number. It's really, the master number shouldn't lower its vibration. So we should be vibrating high, but it's so difficult with this tug of war going on to vibrate at that level that, one argument can bring your vibration down. You become angry, then Mars is going to win, right? In that sense, because if you get angry, it's Mars energy. So it's like, it's so difficult to remain high in the high vibration. It is very difficult. Only a master can keep it up, right? the master number. If you reach that state of awareness, you can keep it and maintain it. If not, you're gonna go down to the 4. The 4 vibration is hard work, is determination, is accomplishing your goals. 4 and 4 is 8, so 8 is that executive number, right? So in order to hit that number, you have to work hard. It's all about your foundation. Is your foundation rocky? Is it built on a house of cards, so to speak? I've been dealing a lot with a lot of clients that have come to me lately, have been dealing with that house of cards kind of situation. And I'm like, there is an aspect here that is, the cards are going to collapse. And so you need to sort of like rebuild your foundation again, reconstruct, right? That Mercury, right? Reconstruct, revisit. Where is your foundation rocky? Where is there holes in it? You know what I mean? That it could, come tumbling down. It could be in a relationship area. It could be in your own life. Are you in the wrong job? Are you, all of that takes, comes into play. Sometimes, again, we're living a false reality and we think we're happy and we're just, getting by. So the house of cards has to come down, right? So, but just so that you can rebuild it, that you can make it stronger, make it better, unshakable, indestructible. They say, I just want to add this, that every structure is sort of it can be breakable, right? When you build your own structure, it's sort of like stronger than when you're depending on other people for that structure, right? So every structure is unstable until you build it yourself. That's number 4. So that's a number 4. If every structure is unstable, you think about all the structures, whether they're symbolical or physical. If everything can come down like a house of cards, scary. So, you have to start building up yourself in order for you to be strong physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So that's what that number 4 is for, that vibration today. And also with all these planets, it's also doing that for you. Again, the tug of war.
That's what I was noticing, that there, just in today's number energy, there's that tug of war between the 22 high vibe and the 4, the lower, the more dense, grounding, foundational stuff. And if we're not able to hold that 22 space, then it's probably a clear sign that number 4 needs work. Like 100%. The foundation needs to be restructured.
100%. But again, there's so many energies that are not aware, and they react and they blow up and they argue and they get upset, and you obviously react to that too. And so your vibration comes down, and it's hard. It's hard to maintain, ourselves at a high vibration with people that are unaware and, react or take things personal and attack. Again, that Mars energy, right? So yeah, it's hard. It's like, in the Bible, it says turn the other cheek, right? So it's like, don't react. But yeah, sometimes we're not there. Sometimes it's like, oh my God, I want to punch you. So it's very difficult. They say we're very brave to be here in this planet with this density. Because of that, we can try and keep our vibration high, but there comes somebody arguing with you or accusing you of something, and you react, and there goes your vibration.
Yeah, and you slide into what I like to call the dance of demons.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not even you. It's not you. It's the demons in the back of your head that are just like, I need a day out. Let's argue.
That reminds me of a book, A Return to Love, and I don't know if you guys have read it.
Oh yes.
But she says in the book that she was taught in school and in a church that that Satan was out there like recruiting people, right? But when she realized that Satan was inside of her, she was like, oh boy, because we all have that demon, right? That comes out, that the one that wants to fight and argue, right? That's that demon, that's that Satan, so to speak. So when you realize that you have it within you, is like, oh my God, how do I tame this demon? You know,
Yeah.
another thing I found because I play around with words, Satan and Santa is the same word backwards. Same word.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We could do a whole show on why that is.
Yeah.
But the short form is essentially that
What is it?
Santa is the Norse god Odin, and he was the competitive god from the god of Christianity. So of course he had to become Satan because he's a lesser god that defies the God of the Bible.
I love it. I love it. We could do a show on that.
Yeah. We could get all into that, definitely.
Yes.
But what was I going to say about that, though?
Yeah, like, which God are we going to serve, right? Which God are we going to serve in this tug of war?
Well, the cool thing is that when you step outside of the dogma of the religion, the actual creator created all those versions of God.
Yes.
So there's really nothing to be worried about or concerned about because, like you said, love always wins.
Always.
You know, there's nothing outside of God. So there could not be anything more powerful than God. So, you know, we can have these tug of wars and we can have these little skirmishes. And we can trust that good will carry the day eventually.
Yes. Right.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. But yeah, Krista's like, I'm game. Let's do this.
Is she commenting?
We'll do a whole show just on, you know.
Yes. I love it. I would love that, actually.
Fantastic. Awesome. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I wanted to share something with all of you because this is absolutely very, very important.
Okay, go ahead. So cute.
Yeah, that's not the one that I expected it to be, though. Oh gosh, where are you? There we go. Yeah, I'll get that one up in just a second. Anyways, so yeah, Krista and Kevin are very, very sad that they are not joining us today.
I could
So
see
Kevin is always in the background dancing around too. He's a good sport.
Yes. So, but yeah, yeah. I just had to share that with you because we tried so hard to be able to post it in the group and get it up here, but we weren't able to do it the easy way. We did it the long way. But see, this is actually the one that I want all of you to see because this is so authentic. This is so real. Okay.
That was hilarious.
Yes. Yes. So
that's how she felt when she couldn't come on the show today.
Right.
Right.
And I gotta let the audience know she scrambled so hard trying to get it all to work, and it didn't. But as always, that always creates a space for something more amazing to happen, which was having Sue on the show today. And get to show you all of the little stuff she's got. And Krista can't grab it just yet. You have a chance.
No, even the States actually have a leg up.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. All righty. So, let's see. Let's give a real good shout out here, if you don't mind, to our sponsor, Miss Sue, over at classactimports.com. Here's all of her information, the Facebook group, the Instagram link, her website. Please make sure that you reach out to her. Maybe for the Moonstone from this week, maybe for some great amber that we were talking about last week, or any of the other many different crystals that she has expanded her shop with since joining us here at 3 Crones and the Woo Woo. Because you know what? She's amazing, and she needs to be your crystal connection.
Yes.
Awesome. All righty. So. Absolutely. All right, let me see what time it is here.
3:40.
3:40.
Here.
Yes. Well, 12:40 here. Same difference.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about, because this is moving a lot faster without Krista on screen.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way at all. She
No,
keeps us
no.
laughing. She keeps us talking about stuff, and she
dances for us, which we enjoy.
Yes. But yeah, we're moving along. Special orders, Sue. What about special orders?
If it's available on the planet, I'll find it.
Wow.
Nice.
I love a scavenger hunt. And so nothing makes me happier than somebody saying, you know, my best friend is going to have a birthday and I really want to get XYZ, and I'm on it.
Do you get Moldavite?
You know, that's tough. I've been trying to get Moldavite for a customer in Oz for about 3 years. In Australia for about 3 years. It's very hard to come by. I don't know very much about it. It's quite expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a high dimensional stone.
And I am reluctant to dive in at that end of the pool because I'm not knowledgeable about it.
And it's expensive too, Sue.
Exactly. If it was one of the, you know, I can pick up these stones that are beautiful and they're gorgeous jewelry. And if it's not the best quality for vibrational work, then it's still a really nice piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when Krista shops. Well, I kind of like it when Krista shops with me. I have to wear very heavy shoes.
Heavy shoes?
Exactly. Because seriously, you can't imagine her at a gem show.
Oh, we could. She's flying around.
Filled up with helium, you know?
Yes.
I'm just trying to keep her feet on the ground and mom, look at that. Mom. And I'm just like, but because I'm really all about the jewelry and she's all about the vibration. And so we aren't exactly, but we're each distracted by something else.
Yes.
But I like when I'm looking at something special and she's with me and she'll go, oh, this one really speaks to me.
Yes.
Hi, Joanne.
So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Awesome. So kind of keep doing that. Like 3 things fly through my head at once and I can't remember any of them. But yeah, the vibration. Oh, that was the thing. Okay, so Sue's got this great gift for finding the perfect gift for someone that you love. If you are looking to get something for a friend, a spouse, for family member, whoever, that you want for a particular purpose, visit one of either myself or Krista first and let us know what purpose you're trying to fulfill, right? And then we'll let you know what stones you need to send Sue on a treasure hunt for to find the perfect gift.
Wow.
Just
awesome.
Another free service that we offer to our audience.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. I'm so glad you're here, Joanne. Thank you so much for coming by. Awesome. All righty. Yeah, it is true. All right. So let's see. Do you have any shows coming up in the near future, Sue? Any place you're going to display? I mean, now that we're starting to open up a little bit?
I'm not signed up to do anything until October. I'm hoping that Vermont will do their Celtic festival in Quechee in August, and we can do that. But I'm
Where's that in Vermont?
It's
Vermont.
In Vermont.
No, where in Vermont?
Exciting.
The name of the town is Quechee. Quechee. It's by White River Junction. It's up in that.
Okay, I know White River Junction.
Okay, so it's up White River Junction, and it's the Quechee Celtic Festival, and we've done it for years until, of course, 2020, which you know. But I'm looking forward to doing that. It's in a gorgeous area. The weather's usually good, and the people come and have a good time. And
I might go there.
You should come.
Because I'm not too far.
You're not too far. You're really not.
No.
And it really is gorgeous. It's up in the mountains. It's just beautiful.
I lived in Bennington, Vermont for a couple of years, and that's Woodford State Park and the Green Mountain National Forest is one of the places that I love to go.
Yes.
So in August in Vermont is
just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I'm hoping that will be. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep putting things on my Facebook group, and a little don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Okay. I'm running a very special deal for the lovely people that have stuck with me in my retail therapy with Sue and CAI group. And I mean, we're talking some like huge special deal.
Wow.
So will that huge special deal be available to any new members that join as well?
Oh, sure. All
So
that
you heard that, audience. Get your friends, get them in the group.
be in the group, and in the next, I'm hoping it's going to be in the next 7 days. Again, technically challenged over here. Things always take me longer than, like the 5-year-olds. However, I am working on it, and I'm going to do this. And I already know what I'm doing. I have to figure out how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Oh my gosh. The world never changes. The world never changes. What you just said about getting a 5-year-old to do it.
Yeah.
You remember Irma Bombeck, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had this one bit that she said she had to call the neighbor boy, the 5-year-old neighbor boy, over to open the bottle of aspirin for her, right? Now, mind you, Irma Bombeck was back when they first put child-proof caps on those things, right? And the little boy opens it up and hands it back to her, and he says, "Miss Bombeck, what are you going to do when I grow up and you don't have any kids to open your aspirin anymore?" And she says, "I don't plan on having headaches then." But you know what? Things change, but things never change. There's always something that the younger generation is going to have to help us with, because it happened after our learning, our early learning phase. It's not how we do life, right? So I just had to put that little throwback in there because, the more things change, the more the things stay the same. All the way.
That's true.
All the way. Awesome. Now, I want you to tell all of us a little bit about these private shows that you do, please, Sue, at people's homes. Krista,
absolutely.
Krista, you do that. How does somebody get signed up for one of those?
Just reach out to me, send me a private message on Facebook, call me on my actual telephone. Okay. I know. It's out of the realm, but it's still available.
Awesome.
Down the number.
Very good.
You talk to me.
And that number is available on that video.
And it's also available on my Facebook page, my own personal Facebook page, which is Sue Ward Paquin. But there it is, 978-660-8631. I work pretty much 7 days a week. So, and I love to do home shows. I do have a home show booked in Maine later in the year. She likes to get a little bit closer to the holidays, but I love to do home shows. I also like to do.
Go all the way up to Maine?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay.
See, I think Damaris can get this. We here in New England and New York and New Jersey don't look at spatially the same way. I don't think that people that live out west do, because. Yes, I can go to all 6 New England states in one day. Yes, I can.
Awesome.
I've done
road trip.
Yes. Road trip.
And I understand, because when we were out west, it was like, what do you mean we're still in Arizona?
Yeah.
I've been in Arizona for 17 hours. What are we still doing here? How is that even possible?
Right.
See, so it really does. It's all about your perspective, where you grew up. You grew up in Massachusetts. Go to Vermont, go to New Hampshire, no worries. Go to Maine. I'm less than 2 hours from Maine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm about 3.5
Well,
hours.
I do 2 hours to go camping for the weekend.
I know. And you haven't gone anywhere, right? You're still
Right, it's still inside Arizona.
there you go.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I understand when people will go, what? You're going to Maine? Yes. Yes, I know it's a struggle, but it's real. I'll be there in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm in the beginning of Maine in less than 2 hours. I'm in the beginning of Maine in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
it depends really where you're from. And because we've been very fortunate to travel.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Now you'd also be able to, like, Long Island is no biggie, right?
Right.
Oh,
Right.
that's
You can take
awesome.
the ferry, right, Sue?
What?
Yes.
The ferry. We have a ferry that from Connecticut to New York up to Long Island. Yeah, and it's, you ride on the ferry and then you're on the other side in what, an hour?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I've never done it, but yes, I understand.
I have.
It's about an hour.
That's how I went to Massachusetts. We took the ferry from where was it? Orient Point, and then we got across, and then we were in Connecticut, and then we drove to Massachusetts.
Right. It's about an hour and 15 minutes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the reason I mentioned Long Island is because Joanne mentioned that the psychic fair in Long Island could use some vendors.
That I will have to reach out to Joanne and get some details.
Yes, please do that. Absolutely. And Krista wants to know when you're coming to do a show in the Netherlands.
As soon as we are allowed.
Krista's like, she and my dad never have a problem driving. Well, they can't drive to the Netherlands. So
No, because we would have done that already.
Yeah.
I believe that.
But no, I did shows for her when she was in Australia. Yeah, I wasn't kidding about a traveling boutique.
You guys are very well traveled.
Yeah.
We are very blessed. I'm seriously grateful every single minute of every single day.
Yes.
To have been able to do this.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we've got a little bit under 10 minutes left. I wanna actually congratulate our winner of last week's drawing. What were we giving away here?
A reading with me.
A reading.
A tarot reading.
Damaris. Awesome. So here we go. Congratulations, Michelle Lamb.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much for watching and sharing and commenting, Michelle. Reach out to Damaris.
No, I did.
Damaris, you can. What?
I did Paula's last week. Last week's winner.
No, so then why'd you say you were?
I thought I got confused. I thought you were congratulating the last week's winner. I'm sorry. I just did it. I mean, I could do it again. I don't mind.
Nope.
I don't mind doing it.
No, you can if you want. Okay, so Michelle, I want you to reach out to the 3 Crones in the Woo Woo page, and I want you to put the name of the person that you want to win from.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
It could be Krista, it could be Gayle, it could be Damaris.
It could be me.
It could be Sue.
Ooh.
It could be Sue.
Ooh.
Oh, so I know
like
Krista
that.
does crystal readings. I know Damaris does intuitive readings.
Yes.
I will offer a tarot reading. And Sue, what will you offer?
A really nice piece of jewelry.
Wow.
And I may just talk to the winner and see if there's a particular gemstone that they would like to own.
Beautiful.
He is so lucky if she picks you, Sue.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, again, congratulations to Michelle Lamb. Reach out to the 3 Crones in the Woo Woo page and let us know. Damaris, Gayle, Sue, or Krista. Awesome. And then we'll follow it up from there.
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
Yes.
All righty. So this week in Creative Command, we are going to talk about intuition, your onboard GPS. And in this space of this galactic tug of war that we're dealing with, right?
Exhausting.
Yeah. But in this space, definitely, your best guide, your best point you in the right direction will be your intuition, right?
Absolutely.
Only listen to someone else's point of view if your intuition is on board with that, right? As far as what actions to take and how to move forward, right? We've talked a lot today about that feminine reflective side of us, that part of us, sorry, I'm a little low here, that part of us that takes in information from all around us and is able to distill and discern for what is ours to move forward with. Stay real close to that this week, especially all the way through October and December, actually.
Yes.
And this is actually a really great time to be developing and getting in tune with your intuition and learning that, because with one of the aspects that have just happened, right? Jupiter at Aquarius, I think that it is.
So Jupiter and Saturn are in Aquarius in retrograde. So
no, it's Neptune that's in also, or maybe it's Pluto. There's something that just happened as far as a transit recently where something went into retrograde, and it is all about that intuitive knowingness, right? You're going to see synchronicities. You're going to notice signs more often. You're going to hear in your little ear things that go, do this, don't do that. All right. Pay attention to that. It's a fertile field for that kind of activity right now. And it's the perfect time for you to start building that skill. To build that skill, tools help. Moonstone will definitely help in this particular area.
Oh, yeah.
It'll help you see which is the right action to take, what are the right words to say, so that when we get into that tug of war between Venus and Mars, we can choose the most loving way to say the unkindness that we really want to communicate.
Yeah.
You know, and
hopefully there'll be less casualties then.
Yeah, fewer casualties, mild burns, not incineration. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and keep that close to you, because this is the wisdom of the Crones. This is the wisdom of Mother Earth and her place in all of it, that is teaching each of us to go within, to find our own true north, and to take actions, take motions, take effort that will get us closer to who we were actually created to be on this planet before all the conditioning came in to distract us.
Yes.
Okay.
I love it.
So that is your mission this week. Get you some Moonstone and intuitively discern your way into a more peaceful time amongst all of this chaos. All right?
Thank you.
All right.
That was awesome.
Now, I want to make sure that you are all aware of the many, many people whose time, love, and effort go into this show. And of course, right at the top of the list is Sue with Class Act Imports. Thank you so much. And Krista with Dimensional Healing on Facebook, look for her. And also Ask the Genie with Damaris Samolinski, and my own Creative Command Coaching and Consulting. Now make sure that you tell everyone to come watch us. Watch us everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, GayleNicholson.com. And remember to like, comment, and share to be included in the next giveaway. So I am going to executively nominate and elect Krista to be the prize provider for next week.
That's what happens when you don't show up.
That's right.
That's right. Never go to the bathroom during a PTA meeting. Ever.
Oh my goodness.
So make sure that you all like, comment, and share. And please, if you'd like to make my job a little easier, comment that you liked, commented, and shared under this broadcast this week, and you'll be in the running for our gifts next week. And I want to say thank you again to all of you viewers who have been liking and commenting and sharing this broadcast. You touch our hearts, and we really, truly appreciate the support so very much. Even if you're watching this on a replay, you're eligible. Like, comment, and share. You don't have to be on live. And thank you. Just thank you. We would not continue to show up each week if you were not here to have fun with us. So thank you for being in this with us. And I hope you win the tug of war.
I love that. I love that.
All right, everyone. Thank you again so much. We got to go. It's time for us to head out. So have a fantastic week ahead.